Welcome back to another amazing episode of Beer Full of Hat Pockets. If you like using Canadian sparklers with snakes, you're the type of podcast you need to listen to.
Heck yeah. I'm one of your hosts, Walker, and
I'm the other one that the guy just sits here and uses my house and all that. I'm Victor. Yay.
yeah.
Yeah, so Walker, how's your week going?
Oh, my week's been going okay. Staying very busy with work, exhausted as always. Made myself a beautiful ham roast yesterday, though.
Ooh,
They were
nice.
those guys, yes. I got lots of leftovers, so I meal prep myself for the next week and a half.
Oh, fuck, yeah, that would do it.
I'm good and set.
Maybe we need to start doing like a side channel of you just explaining what your food is.
Yeah, I just love cooking. Every once in a while, it's nice to make up a big old delicious meal.
So if you guys want to hear Beer Full of Hat foodies, please leave a comment in the description below, or on our Facebook, Twitter, X, or Instagram, or send us an email on our email.
Exactly.
So yeah, there's a plug. There you go. There you go. There's a plug for our fucking things. So yesterday, I got told by a coworker that has listened to the podcast maybe once or twice.
All right.
We talk for bullshit for 15 minutes.
Oh, most of the time, yeah. We've become kind of aware of it, but it's interesting. Sort of.
I came aware of it when I started the podcast because if you're going to start a podcast off, I get some podcasts start off fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Like straight to the point. But we're a fun podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We like to talk about our daily life or struggles or whatever for the first fucking 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes the podcast go faster.
Well, and even then, to that same end, it shows we're human. We're living life. We're experiencing the conspiracies on the ground floor.
So you know who you are. If you listen to this next episode, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. Because I will tell you, if you listen to it at work, you better fucking listen to it this weekend, okay, man? You better fucking do it. So
for those of you listening with your headphones, I hope you enjoyed that night ASMR segment.
Yes. And I have Tori looking at me like a fucking ghost.
She got the dark eyeliner on,
she's
too.
got the eyeliner on.
Like the Insidious girl.
Yes.
Or eyeshadow. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also pink.
Fabulous.
Ooh, pink.
Yeah,
I dig
and
it.
I'm also sparkly.
Mhm.
Sparkly.
Like all the K-pop idols.
No,
No?
I'm always sparkly. I find sparkles in my hair, on my clothes, and in Ollie's hair. I put sparkles everywhere I go.
Yes.
So if you
I find
find
sparkles
on you, that's on me, and
Okay.
I'm not sorry.
100% I will blame you, but that's okay.
We find sparkles everywhere.
You know what? I cover myself in like aluminum shards every single day at work. I end up looking pretty sparkly at the end of the day. You know?
Aluminum man.
Aluminum man, yes.
So in other words, today Walker does not have a drink.
I do
but
not.
I do. Ooh, yes. I haven't had a Canadian in like about like a week or so. I've been good.
I gotta say, I've had a lot of different beers. I don't like Canadian. For whatever reason, Canadian
It's a
malt.
fine taste.
It's just different. I don't know. Then again, I also like Labatt's and fucking...
You like fucking blue.
I like
blue
shit
tastes like
beer, yes.
shit. I'd rather drink a bunch of Bud Light
Mm-hmm.
than fucking blue.
You know what? At a certain point, it's just like I'm drinking beer. I want it to taste like fucking piss. I want it to burn a little bit. It needs to feel like it's raw calories.
Like, honestly, Canadian's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to spoil myself, I go to Moosehead.
Yeah.
Because it's nice and smooth.
I always go for Stella Artois. Like, for whatever reason, that's kind of my fancy beer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, fucking just a couple minutes ago before we started the podcast, I was showing Walker a video on my Facebook.
Oh, yes, a very fun video of, we'll say, our own carny clown in the government.
Yes, so our government trying to copy the lovely country of China.
What?
Yes,
Okay.
lovely country of China with C Bill 4. That's a bill where your freedom of speech is slowly slipping away.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we do this fucking podcast.
Yes, the liberals are trying to siphon away what we can do with something that's supposed to be completely harmless. It's supposed to help Canadians. You totally want this. It's digital ID.
Oh, he said the magic word.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so today's episode, wow, we didn't even spend 15 minutes talking bullshit.
That's okay. We'll intersperse it a bit more.
Oh, yeah, we'll go off somehow. But yes, today's episode, if you didn't read the title, which you have to read the title.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, beforehand, I gotta say this, because I sent Walker a picture yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Our episode, so the picture I sent him was a screenshot of our top 10 episodes.
In terms of listening, view count, whatever, yeah.
So since it's on my fucking Spotify account, where's Walker? There he is. So when I sent Walker the picture, the 3 episodes that were top 3 were JFK at 35, our newest episode a week ago, Third Eye Atlas at 34, and what is the truth about Hitler? 34. So, matter of fact, I looked on it today.
Oh, okay.
I looked on it today, and holy shit.
It shot up even more?
We are at 48.
Woo, okay, goddamn.
48, boy.
That's awesome for us. That's our highest listener count on our most recent episode. Thank you, guys.
Our most, like, there's all, like, because there's always one episode that pops off.
Yeah.
And, like, we try to do majority, a whole bunch of episodes to see if it'll pop up.
Yeah.
That's one was it.
3 Eye Atlas just took the cake. I mean, there's still lots of stuff going on with that right now. Yeah.
And then, I'm really hoping this episode fucking takes off because it's very new. And it's all over Facebook, it's all over Instagram, it's all over the fucking internet. Of course, the fucking wife thinks I'm going insane because of what's going to actually happen. But
we're going to see aliens soon this year. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. They said this month, like the 25th or something.
Oh, yeah. There's aliens this month, or there's 100% going to be a crash into Mars.
Yeah, like, it's going to be fucking crazy. But today's episode, we are talking about something very, very real and very scary.
Very low to the ground. We're not up in space today, but we're dealing with the 1984 government, the beginnings of the oceanic continent.
Yes. Yeah.
So essentially, with what got this whole digital ID train going in terms of all its popularity and the protests and stuff was this guy called Starmer, like a British politician. Starmer, yeah. He's like a week and a half ago, he introduced the concept of digital ID to the public, and he said Britain is going to be introducing this. Like, we need this to move forward. This is essential for our population.
This is what
everyone needs digital ID to work and rent.
So I think I have videos here. Well, that's our fucking clown of a fucking politician. But before anything,
Carney the clown.
Your digital ID is an online method of confirming your ID that does not require physical documents. Digital ID does not replace your physical ID documents, which makes no fucking sense. It's replacing your documents.
Yeah, so it's replacing them, but not replacing them. It's essentially yet another ID that they want you to have that does the same thing as social insurance numbers, driver's licenses, health cards, like birth certificates. That's another thing to identify you by that essentially it is the same thing.
But the thing is that what I've seen that's going on is that we're going to get into religious stuff in this episode. I've seen a lot of it.
Apparently, a few things I was saying is that, like, the mark of the beast is what is referred. Like, a lot of people are saying digital ID is the mark of the beast.
What's going on with that is that I still got like 3 paragraphs we have to sit through, so I'll get you to read the long one.
Okay.
Thing is that the wife doesn't. She thinks it's just gonna be on the phone where we just tap and that's it. So just like the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah, it's like a vaccine passport where they want to assign, like, essentially a QR code to every person.
But this is different.
Okay.
I've seen a video where someone got a chip in their hand.
Okay.
Just like how Elon Musk wants a chip in your brain.
And how he said years ago.
That fucking meme.
The aliens fucking brain blast us. Oh, God.
So this is a chick.
Yeah.
Legit went up to the counter, bought some food, used her chip in her hand to pay for her stuff.
I mean, super convenient. I'll give them that.
Convenient?
But at the same time...
But why? It's stupid.
It means they want to tie everything to the person, to the individual. That way you can't get away with anything. If there's anything they think is a little off, boom, you are shut down. The only thing you can do is... Oh, God,
I'm gonna get into that.
There's so much with this.
And in Revelations, if you read the end of the Bible, it talks about the mark of the beast.
Yes, it's one of the coming signs of the end of the world, or the rebirth of the world.
And that's what's happening.
Yep.
So before we go on to that, I'm going to ask Walker this. What is digital ID and how does it work?
Well, digital digital IDs will be used to prove a person's right to live and work in the UK. They will take the form of an app-based system, stored on your smartphones in a similar way to the NHS app or digital bank cards. Information on holders' residency, status, name, date of birth, nationality, and a photo will be included. So pretty much like most IDs, it'll have all of your information that defines you. Birth, like in birth, where you live, like who you are, where you're supposed to be. But the thing is with digital ID, because it's all online, they can actually track your bank statements. They can more easily transfer all this information. They can look at your activity online, whether or not you're posting stuff, whether or not you are liking or responding to certain types of content. And it's the beginnings of thought police in a sense where, yes, sure, digital ID is another way to identify yourself, but when it's doing the exact same thing as actual physical forms of ID, why would you replace it, right? Like, the point of physical ID is you have one, it is a solid thing. With digital ID, you can have all kinds of people tamper with that online. Like, it feels like a digital ID is something that can be easily messed with. You can lose easily. And if it's like a sign-in thing, like, oh, you get a new phone, you have to sync it up with your digital ID. Someone could get a new phone, sync it up with your digital ID, and immediately be doing fucking identity fraud. Like, do thousands of dollars of damage before they could be stopped, and it would still be tied back to you because they're using your digital ID.
Exactly, and that's how fucking scary it is. So this is a reporter of another video that I'm going to put up to the microphone. Yeah. Because somehow I still haven't figured it out on the fucking laptop. Yeah. So this is a reporter in Britain about the digital ID. Let's roll the clip.
This article by Pat McFadden today. This is Tony Blair's mouthpiece, because Tony Blair wants this because he's going to make zillions from it, by the way. It's the only thing he talks about. But there is only one line in this whole article which, for me, is absolutely critical, and that is that it's going to be so easy to do all of the things that you've just said. You can even collect your supermarket loyalty points on it. That is the scariest line in that whole article. You know why? Because eventually, Kai, when we have this whole thing where you can't do anything in society without your digital ID, not only will you be able to collect your supermarket points on it, which sounds all lovely, when you've eaten too much beef because you've overstepped your carbon footprint, it won't let you buy it at the tills. When you go to fill up your car, it won't let you put petrol in. And when you haven't been a nice person online, it won't let you get on an airplane. This is the start of a social credit system. It's wrong, and everybody should say no, and I will say no. We have a passport. They know who I am. That's enough. And
that's entirely true. They're going to be monitoring stuff they should not have access to in terms of privacy. Like, it is a free world. They should not get to dictate how much you are using, especially when it comes to things like carbon footprint monitoring. That it's going to be using an AI system that will deliberately exclude and favor rich people. Because guarantee, any one person at a smaller scale, we are not using anything close to the same amount of carbon that rich industries and companies are using. And, like, Taylor Swift is a big example people go to because, like, she takes private jets all over the place. It's largely because of her popularity. She gets swarmed at airports, like, clog stuff up. But, like, at the same point, there are billions, not billions, but, like, millions of rich individuals who are way worse for carbon footprint than we are. Yet this feels like a policing for the smaller people, the like peasant class.
So let's take a trip down a memory lane a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
So our latest prime minister, Justin Trudeau, was the biggest hypocrite on the fucking planet.
Yes.
He's like, oh, we need to do climate change control. We need to make sure our carbon footprint's out. Well, this motherfucker was legit flying public planes. No, not public. Private planes and private jets to a vacation.
Yep. Oh, he took at least like a vacation a month. The dude was constantly out of the country, like fucking jacking himself off, having fun.
So what I think is that they want to put this plan in. Every person that wants this idea of digital ID should do it them fucking selves.
Yep.
So like all the prime minister on the liberal side.
Yeah, I was going to say,
should fucking do this and have video proof of them cutting their hand open and putting this fucking chip in. Because we know how fucking stupid and how played of, I got my vaccine. Was it really the vaccine?
Yeah.
Was it? Was it really?
No, it's politicians getting away with it because they're allowed to. They can sit above the system and not have to be governed by it. I think if the UK is getting it, they're still pushing forward pushing it through government, even though there has been mass protests over the past week.
And this past week, I'm so mad I didn't save the video. The Prime Minister of Britain got kicked out of his own fucking Parliament House because the fucking speaker turned around. You're fucking crazy. Get the fuck out of here.
God damn. I mean, yeah, these people are standing up to it. Like, nobody's having it in Britain. There's going to be a full-scale revolution.
After the shit they pulled during COVID-19, everybody is waking up.
Yeah.
It's not the great reset. It's the great awakening.
Exactly. Because, like, with vaccine passports, we saw it wasn't to keep people safe. It was to keep people controlled. It was another form of ID that you constantly needed to update. And if it's something like that with digital ID, where you need to be constantly reviewed by some sort of AI program, and, like, let's be real, AI is getting smart, but it's humans and computers are stupid. They're gonna fuck up, and they're gonna fuck you over, and the people in charge are just going to say, no, the AI system is right. It's going to become like insurance policies where we're not going to get paid out. We're just going to get fucked over.
Yeah, so the last paragraph I have, because there's not a lot of information they have out here for the digital ID, because what you really want to know is what, as my wife says, conspiracy theorists already know in the meantime.
Yeah.
So what if you don't want to take it? The decision to create and use a digital ID is up to you. Mm-hmm. If you don't use digital ID or you don't want to, you can keep assessing government source systems like your health card and all that shit.
Yeah.
Normally, this can be done over the phone or in person at a government shop front across the country. So this
like Service Ontario and stuff like that. Yeah.
But the thing is that the fucking Prime Minister, So the Prime Minister legit turned around in Britain. Oh, we are making this mandatory, where you have to get the digital ID, where if you don't, you cannot work, you cannot shop, you cannot do anything, you cannot do all of that
either. So they're essentially trying to control living situations as well in an economy that is also very much struggling from a housing and space crisis. And the whole reason they're trying to go through with this is to combat illegal immigration.
Which is
immigration that they
made.
They made. Yeah, that's the biggest irony of it all. It is kind of like a 9/11 scenario where we created the problem. Now our solution is to militarize everything and control the population even more instead of just stopping the problem they created in the first place.
So this is another video of the World Forum.
Okay.
Fucking the New World Order, aka.
Yes.
So this is explaining what they want to do.
Through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on. We're developed.
So that very idea is suggestive that at our level, we are the biggest producers of carbon. We are the biggest problems in our country. But time and time again, there is scientific research all over the place. It is not the middle class. It is not the poor class causing the most carbon. Sure, we do contribute a lot en masse, but the thing is, we are a lot more restricted in how much we use to begin with.
But I find it funny that they're only restricting Canada, the United States, Britain, and all first world countries.
Yeah, so it's definitely a control system to try and they're trying to unify, they're trying to globalize and make the planet one under one kind of control system. Like China has their social credit. This is now what is going to become our own. So Britain is going through with it. Germany and Greece already have a type of digital ID system in place. Germany has the chips, and that might have been where you've seen the clips. And these are all supposed to be pilot programs, but the fact that both the U.S. government and the Canadian government and a lot of these first world countries are jumping right on top of it is horrifying.
Yeah.
It's like it's a plan they've already made, and they're just trying to just shove it down our throats and say, yep, too late. You don't actually get to decide this.
From the Globe and Mail.
So this is our newest Prime Minister that did not get voted in.
Mr. Clown Carney.
Mr. Clown Carney, because I guarantee it, I'm still waiting for us to get an email saying, oh, you are no longer allowed to make episodes on your podcast.
Oh, God.
You have been canceled. This is the reason why we're making stuff.
That's it. If our viewership gets a little too high, that's when they'll start noticing.
Because for one, like we are a podcast that are doing this for fun. We are doing this as a hobby. We're not getting paid for it because it'd be fun to get paid for it, but it'd be fucking really little.
Yeah.
But we are doing it because we want to do certain topics, but also bring some stuff to the light, which is very important, like this.
Yeah, it's good to have an intelligent conversation, even if it's not outright intelligent, but a conversation about these things that are just swept under the rug. Because if you leave stuff alone, it's just going to fester.
Just like the fucking man himself a few weeks ago when we did our fucking Charlie Kirk episode.
Mm-hmm.
Once we stop talking, that's when violence starts.
Yep, exactly.
So, this is Mark Carney getting asked about the whole digital ID.
Holder from the Globe and Mail. Keir Starmer's introduced a digital ID card. Wants to make it mandatory as a way of controlling immigration. Is that something Canada might consider?
Well, Paul, one thing I would put in terms of context is the UK is relatively unique in not having other forms of identification. So there's been a long history here not to have ID. In Canadians, we have various forms of ID. We have driver's license. You have social insurance license. Like you have forms of identification. In terms of so now, are there merits to having common digital identification for?
He's stonewalling. He's avoiding the question.
For government services, for you say immigration.
That's our
financial services.
Oh, he's fucking stuttering all over himself. He's not trying to answer the question. He's just trying to fucking stonewall. Just move the topic away from it.
Exactly.
Because he publicly endorsed it after the UK made that announcement. He said he was all in favor of it. So now it's like, okay, why would you want another form of ID that controls whether or not Canadians can work or rent, whatever, when we already need to have that ID for tax forms when it comes to renting, when it comes to actually working in places. And at the same time, the companies that are not asking for SIN numbers, the ones that aren't asking for ID, they won't ask for digital ID. They're just going to continue hiring these temporary workers or these foreign workers and just say, yeah, we'll turn a blind eye to it because we can pay you less.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. And with the digital ID, what I think as a person, as a conspiracy theorist, because that's what my wife calls me all the time, because that's just how I am. Because I'm a type of guy that grew up with the X-Files and just looking at oh yeah, aliens exist. No, they don't. I'm the type of guy that looks at the bigger picture. I'm the type of guy that looks at, I've literally told my daughter this when she's in school. When they're saying something over on the right side, there's something shady going on the left side.
It's the whole magic trick sleight of hand. They're telling you to look over here because they're messing around with something else.
It's like playing poker. Mm-hmm. You have that one cheater that always has an ace up his sleeve.
Except this is they've got a full deck of aces and they just drop them out whenever they feel like. Because why? Even if you call them out, what are they going to do?
Exactly. So this is a famous person talking. There's a lot of videos I'm going to be sharing on this episode.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
There's a famous person talking about the digital ID. So here we go.
Digital ID, what would a call to action be for the general public?
What the public thinks is that, well, if I've done nothing wrong, I've got no problem with digital IDs. But we know that after lockdown, after what they lied and did to us in COVID, I mean, they've been doing it for years over many things. But this is the most transparent and the most obvious one. So we know that governments lie. What happens if you're on the wrong side of that particular government? They're not good, honest people. We have to wash our brains out from thinking that people that go into politics and that people that want to rule are altruistic, lovely people who want to do this for the greater good. They don't. Most of them are doing it for money and power and control. And once you realise that, then you understand that you mustn't trust your government. You must put questions in, and you must not put your safety and your life in their hands. And digitalising everything means that you lose control of your own life, and that's your children.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm. So what she's saying is basically true.
Yeah.
So I have this whole digital ID thing fucking irritates me because during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there, I am Victor from the Beer Fuller Hat Podcast. Are you having troubles of picking out gifts that you want something to mean something? But I have a thing for you. I partner up with somebody at work, and his website and Instagram page is called It's Right Here. He does vinyl design, wood jewelry, which is pretty cool, and keepsakes. Keepsakes like Christmas stuff, stocking stuffers, birthday things, whatever you think. He's done a few things for me, and they are amazing. You guys need to go check him out. I'll send a description below. But let him know that the Beer Fuller Hat Podcast sent you there. So in other words, let him know to stay frosty.
Work has to do what work has to do.
Exactly. Like,
But the thing is, if work turns around and says, "Oh, you guys have to have this, and it's going to be mandatory," if you say no, you could potentially lose your job.
Yeah, and it wouldn't even be because of performance. It wouldn't be like you are a bad person. It would just be, oh, you don't want to comply with a very disruptive policy just out of the blue that most people don't agree with. Like, there is no justification to why good Canadians who have been in this country forever, like who have actually worked their entire lives, should be kicked out when there should be an actual system trying to deal with the illegal immigration outright, because it's blatant.
Yeah.
They're using, like I said before, 9/11 type of tactics where it's like, oh no, one thing got bombed because of something we did in the background. Now airports have. So this is, we're going to get into the 9/11 episode at some point, but one thing with 9/11 is the War Measures Act was used to up security across the entire nation, and all that security buff is now just normal in most airports. Yep. That's how it goes. That is because they enacted on the War Measures Act, and now because there is no war, there is no conflict, those regulations should have fallen behind. They should have been dropped back down, but that hasn't changed. There's still tons of TSA screening. This is what's going to happen with digital ID. It's, oh, it's for the better good. It's because everybody's in danger and we need to make sure the public is safe.
No.
But instead, they're using war measure type regulations to remove our rights, to remove our freedoms.
So this is the thing with digital ID. Mm-hmm. They're going to be able to, as they say, oh, yeah, it's just going to do your carbon footprint. We're just going to track you. No. They can legit use your photo ID. Oh, like, okay, you made a post a few years ago, because I use this as an example for Tory.
Yeah.
So they can go on my Facebook, and I've legit stated on my Facebook that our fucking Prime Minister beforehand, Mark Clowney Carney,
yeah,
that Justin Trudeau, or Justin
any of the poor liberal dumbasses.
Just any of them. I legit called him a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
I could legit get arrested for calling a prime minister a douchebag.
Which is ridiculous. It's not hate speech. It is more of an opinion. It is freedom of speech because he does douchebag things.
But think, if I said that in Britain, I would be in jail right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's thousands of people in jail because of social media posts.
Gosh, yeah, I've seen a lot of the stories about that. Like, you can say one thing that is against your government or one thing that isn't 100% aligned with the current party, and oh no, that's hate speech because you could potentially incite a riot. Like, it becomes my favorite movie, or one of my favorite movies, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, when they're building the giant heli bases or whatever to eliminate threats before they become threats. It's like you can't justify punishing someone for something they haven't done or something that they could potentially do.
Like, I saw a video of someone actually said that, like, you can share something and have someone comment on your post.
Yeah.
You still get shit for it.
Jesus. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. It's just finding any excuse to punish the public.
Because they know if the public gets together, like in a different country, they can overthrow the government.
So it's kind of Marxism, where there's a proletariat class, where the workers were the ones who make and control the means of production. In order to free ourselves, we'd have to go against the 1%, seize the means of production, as the Red Guardian might say. But where it's becoming to that point where it's the same thing with 1984, for those who might have watched or read that book's media. They're trying to essentially create a system of control where compliance is the only answer, and if you slip up even just a little bit, you get disappeared, and that is the norm.
Yeah. So this is a video of someone saying we need to fight harder than expected.
Mm-hmm.
As we stand at the precipice of the government introducing a giant digital identity system, we look back on how Britain rejected different forms of ID time and again.
Let's just say all the videos I have for like digital ID is all from Britain.
Well, that's because where it's happening right now. So like that's
where it's happening right now.
Yes.
Few identity cards because they're right.
In the wake of 9/11, then Prime Minister Tony Blair told us we couldn't possibly fight terrorism without them. What happened next? One of the most successful public campaigns of the decade, No to ID, was launched, and Blair's ID was binned. But in 2021, Boris Johnson proposed to introduce vaccine ID cards.
We'll also make the NHS COVID pass mandatory for entry into nightclubs and venues where large crowds gather.
There was national outrage against COVID passes, and we ran one of our most successful campaigns. We won, achieving the biggest Tory rebellion of Johnson's premiership. Today, the fight could be harder than ever. Through one login, the government is creating the architecture needed to usher in a database state. That is why we're fighting to give you a legal right to say no to digital ID.
One thing I gotta say on top of that, where they're trying to create a database, that is one thing as well. They're collecting all of your information. They're making like a super profile of all of you. A digital ID only makes it easier for them to do that. So if you have facial recognition, they're constantly updating what you look like. They're constantly keeping track of what changes in your life in terms of job, in terms of just general appearance. It's very dangerous to the point where it's going to become a giant computer system where if even one person breaks it, they can get access to any point of your life.
Yeah, it's like because identity theft has always been a thing.
Yeah,
but the thing is, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go through the hoops.
There's lots of steps, and you need to actually physically get these IDs or find a spot where these IDs information has been inputted.
So, and I always, I never get scam calls.
Yeah.
But I always like hearing them on YouTube. We need your social security number so we can get to your account. Because it's always someone from overseas.
It is a common trope, but it is very much like the scam calls are generally outside of
Canada. And it's fucking hilarious. Oh, God. We're living in a crazy world. And that's the problem.
As everything descends more and more into chaos, there's a desperate seize for order, but it's order in the wrong way. It is seizing people's rights, and this is where we get to the kind of Revelations, right?
Yes, going back to Revelations. The Bible, it says, it doesn't say, but people have put together that someone in society or the human race is going to cause a situation where they're going to have, we have the answer. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that they're going to have a savior appear.
Oh, okay.
And it says in the Bible there's going to be a savior. But it's not going to be the savior that people think.
Yes.
Because when you read the Bible, the savior is Jesus in the New Testament. Mm-hmm. Because when I was looking on videos, apparently the Old Testament, Jesus was not around.
Yeah.
So apparently people are getting from the Bible is that when Jesus came down or was born, because he was in heaven apparently beforehand, and he told his dad, I want to go down there, and I need to do some things.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently he came down, he was born, blah blah blah. He died on the cross for all our sins.
Yeah.
Thing is that he knew he would have to do that, but he didn't bat an eye. He saw the good in humanity.
It was his duty to ensure that humanity start their lives without sin so that they could live their lives and be judged after the fact.
So you know what I think? I think Jesus, Dad, you're being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go down there and show people that there is greatness in them.
Yeah, there's a big debate about the whole Revelations and the second coming of Jesus, where he either is going to come as the world is ending, or he's going to show up and create 1,000 years of peace after the world is ended, after the book of Revelation comes to fruition. Because a lot of the symbols of the end of the world are kind of what's going on now, where we're in a state of chaos and out of controlness, where we're not worshiping God, we're not following in a more religious path, and society's become morally gray.
So in other words, there's a game called Darksiders. Mm-hmm. They are really into this stuff. So there's 7 seals.
Okay.
Apparently, people who read the Bible say 6 have already been opened.
Yes, so I've seen a few videos. There's different interpretations for what these seals are, but they are the seals holding back, essentially, the demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only one. There's only one that still needs to be opened.
Do you happen to know what that one seal is?
No.
No? Okay.
I do not know. I'm not religious or anything, but I've been dipping my toes in it.
Yeah. So when it comes to the mark of the beast, that is one of the signs of the second coming of Christ, as well as the end of times book of Revelations, and it very well might be one of the 7 seals when this mark of the beast begins appearing.
I think around there, that's when the 7th seal is going to break, because that's when all humanity fucking falls.
And yeah, exactly. And people talk about this mark of the beast being digital ID, like a QR code being embedded on your skin or something. Like, that seems a little far, but when it comes to a microchip, that would make it even more sense. And I believe they call it the mark of the beast, because here's my little theory behind it. If we get to the point where we have microchips, for those who haven't seen Kingsman, the same thing kind of happened there, where everybody started getting chipped as a safety measure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they were able to emit like a sonic pulse, and that sonic pulse was able to make you freak out, become more hostile, become beast-like, and that's where we see all the scenes of people fighting one another.
No, you're wrong.
Oh, okay, no.
It's if you don't have the chip.
Oh, okay.
It happens like that.
But essentially, it could be something reverse engineered where the chip might be able to emit that frequency within your body and cause you to beast out.
Because they switched the chip. They switched it where it would explode in your head. Because they put it in like the back of your neck or something.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but this is a great movie.
It's a great movie. But I have a feeling it's going to be something along those lines where this chip is something they can issue like a sound pulse to cause you to freak out.
So we're going to take a quick break for our sponsor.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back. I love those that ad.
Nice little ad break. It's good.
So we have a special guest here very quickly because she likes to eavesdrop in our episodes because it's fun. So Tori, what is your take on these microchips in your hand to control everything?
One, I'm not eavesdropping. You talk pretty loud and I'm in there.
Okay.
And so if they have to be like somewhere that you can't exactly see.
No,
if they're going in your hand, somebody's gonna find a way to get them out, and there's gonna be a whole business like underground about it, and they're just gonna like go to people like basically like sliding business cards. We can get the chip out.
Yeah.
And like
so underground,
they're gonna start as mandatory implants to a certain extent. In order to get them out, you'd have to get them surgically removed by someone who's a professional. Yeah.
I legit thought about this.
And it's going to be the people with medical degrees, too, because the people are probably going to be like, okay, we don't want these in there.
Yeah.
So we need to get them out, and it's going to be the people that have medical degrees doing it. And it's only going to be the select few people that actually care enough to go, we can't do this. This can't happen.
It makes sense.
Give me your hand.
Because there's
won't numb it, because we don't have the money for that, but...
Well, exactly. They just know where to cut to pull it out. And, like,
we're just going to make sure, we're just going to, like, have one to cover your mouth, and we're going to cut it out.
There's been multiple times where doctors have legit come out and stated, oh, yeah, this is a fucking hoax.
Yeah.
And of course, what happens is that their medical license get revoked. And they get, they just disappeared.
Oh, it happened with COVID all over the place.
Yep.
Like doctors that were saying, like, no, legitimately, here are scientific results refuting, like, a lot of COVID spread information, like, all kinds of different things. That
and boom,
went
false.
against the narrative. Boom.
Boom, false.
Yep.
Boom, false.
Degrees, like, years worth of work just immediately being revoked just because government didn't agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's stupid. So
it's literally going to be the only people with medical degrees that actually are like, this can't be done. We're going to do something about it.
There's going to become a value for people that have genuine skills again, as like as chaos descends with this whole mark of the beast and microchips being within us.
The one thing I want to say with the digital ID, if it comes to fruition, the one thing they can do is I've been seeing a lot of things about a universal credit system.
Oh,
everybody is on a credit system.
Yeah.
So this credit system is when you have this so amount of credits. You have, I used it. Oh, okay, let's sign into it. Blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, your living situation came out. Oh, look, your food expenses came out. Oh, look, your car expenses came out. Oh, look, your uses of carbon tax came out.
So
and then you have 5 credits left. You have 7 days to use them, or they will be expired.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, before you continue, Walker, I want to show you this other video because I marked this video as a cartoon knows what's up. Okay,
all right.
It's going to be interesting.
CBDCs, central bank digital currency. Instead of being completely uncontrolled, this money is completely controlled.
Why would banks want to create their own digital money when they already control our paper money?
Because they can't control how you use your paper money. Once it leaves the bank, it becomes hard to trace and nearly impossible to control. CBDCs would allow the government to completely control the money, to spy on everything you buy. Imagine the government taxing you instantly, seizing your money whenever they feel like it. Say the wrong thing in a post, poof, you're a terrorist. And poof, no more money in your bank account. Today, most of the countries in the world are considering using CBDCs. And once this kind of power is unleashed, it may be nearly impossible to reverse it.
So how do we stop the creepy government? What's even more wild, during COVID, they actually did seize people's bank accounts when they were rioting against the whole mandates, the trucker mandates and stuff.
Yeah, they froze. Even if you supported the convoy that went to fucking the Parliament building, Ottawa. If
a lot of people's bank accounts straight up just got frozen, they could not access their money. They could not live their lives.
Yeah.
Like the government was deliberately just, oh, you're protesting, shut down your life, get fucked. Like we should have no access to this. But
if Grandma Susan pledged $5, oh, this is a good cause. I want to support $5. Just for that fucking $5 alone, her whatever she had in her bank, boom, you can't use it anymore, woman.
Oh. While they're investigating you for potential terrorism, and then they say they're investigating you for years, and then it's like it's War Act measures. They're taking away our rights.
Was the Emergency Act that Justin Trudeau used.
Yep.
The guy that made paper straws?
Yes.
Yeah. Again, they're using War Measures Acts that are specifically said to take away citizens' rights only if it's necessary in a time of war, where they're in direct conflict.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to get probably a lot of hate from some people on the left when I say this. So, when we had the convoy, it was the most peaceful protest I've ever seen in Canada.
It was people in the streets honking their horns all through the day. Like, it wasn't anything worse than...
But when people were protesting fucking Palestine, they were burning Canadian flags. Yep. You know what? Those people should get arrested and fucking thrown in jail for fucking life, for disgracing our flag.
Oh, and the funny part is, a lot of the people in the Palestine protests are those who are just uneducated or think they're educated, but they're more just kind of sheeple, and a lot more foreign individuals who are either immigrants or illegal migrants to the country.
Yeah, because Palestine's from Gaza, right?
Yeah, but so Palestine is the neighboring country to Israel. And Gaza is like the main city, like the capital city within Palestine.
Like I don't get it. Like the thing is, like you come from a country that has all these fucking rules that you run away from, but you come to a country like Canada, which is very open, very forgiving, very forgiving, and like this is the. I gotta say, I told this to the wife a couple days ago. Is that like Canada is not what it used to be anymore.
Oh no,
Canada used to be the best place to live in.
Oh yeah,
but
we were in the top 5 GDP for the longest time, top 5 across the charts for like best country in the world.
But now I'm a citizen in Canada and I see it, and it's the most worst fucking place to live because Canadians are getting less rights than anybody else coming into this country illegally, and like you're like why is it fair that someone from overseas comes to Canada and they are able to have free fucking dental and we have to fucking pay the asshole for it?
Oh, it's the Liberal government. Ever since Trudeau got in, he's been selling our country. Now it's Carney, but it's still the Liberal government. They're selling our country because we're big, we're full of natural resources, and foreign investment makes the government richer, and that's why they're allowing a lot more foreign investors to buy up property all over Canada, and that's why we have a housing crisis. It's a bunch of people with big pockets paying way too much for these assets and inflating them so that actual Canadians can't live there, and we're dying on our own dollar.
Oh yeah, and it's fucking stupid. And like, oh god.
And then it comes to energy. Hi.
So this is what?
After you said I want to continue my thought.
No, let's hear it, Tori.
Well, let's hear your thought. Let's hear it.
because it's also not just going to be the people with medical degrees. It's going to be like plastic surgeons because they put like stuff in.
Medical degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do different stuff. They're not. They're not doing open heart surgery.
But yeah, you're going to see a lot more of these skilled trades that are going to get underwhelmed, and like the ones that are losing their degrees, they'll still have them. They still have the knowledge.
Like putting them in is like going to be plastic surgery.
Yeah.
It's going to be able. You can't just like flatten out the skin and say it was never there. There's going to be a dent. Like, with like
this is the thing.
The cheek weird thingies that you put on your face and they're like really ugly looking.
Yeah.
So,
and then the people that are that do surgical stuff are going to be people who are removing it.
Yeah.
So and they're going to be people that put them in too.
So this is what I've been seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You know that soul title, the more you know?
Yes.
The more you know, the more shit you're getting into.
Yes.
You need to play dumb. You need to be stupid. You need to be... I'm going to say the R word. You need to be retarded in now society so you don't get in trouble.
It's if you are a nobody, if you do nothing, you can't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is another politician with a crazy, insane thought on what the whole digital ID could be.
Also is to reduce the number of people in this world. At the time when the New World Order was enunciated, the population of this world was only 3 billion.
Oh, this is more
about
population control. Basically, it wasn't for ID, the digital ID.
Now the population of the world is 7 billion. There will be a need to kill many billions of people, or to starve them to death, or to prevent them from giving birth, in order to reduce the population of this world. This is what is in store for most. For those who will suffer and die, there will be the peace of the grave. The intention of...
And, oh God, I can go on about that argument for a whole lot, but when it comes to first world countries, we're seeing a severe decline in birth rate. It's a lot of these third world countries that are still exploding, and it is the responsibility in this global climate for the first world countries to take them in.
Yes.
That's why we're seeing all these mass immigrations. That's why we're seeing an instability of infrastructure across first world nations, because we're meant to support and take on the backbone of all these other nations.
And the thing is, like, I've seen a video of how it's dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And it's insane. So I was thinking to myself when I was watching this video, the reason why it's so hard for an average family now to have multiple kids is because of the fucking prices.
Oh, yeah.
That everything going up.
I've seen figures about it, but most people will spend close to $1 million per child in the 18 years it takes to raise them. It's not always 100% $1 million that they spend, but it can be upwards of that amount.
Yes, and it's insane because in the 1950s, a family of like 4 can have a dad working full time, doing 40 hours a week, is able to pay for a house, able to pay his bills, able to put all his kids through school. And while his wife is at home doing all the housework, all the wifey stuff, all the wifey stuff, and all taking care of your children.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's been fucking reduced to both parents working, multiple jobs at some cases, to have maybe 1 or 2 kids that are like, oh yeah, this is all I can have because it's so expensive.
It's a global destabilization, and now with the controlled carbon footprint, what you can buy, what you can drive, how long you can drive, what you can do just at all, it's going to be limiting us to what we can eat. All of a sudden, we're going to only be able to buy fucking baked beans in the store because, oh, you bought a little bit of meat last month, you're out, no more.
Not even fucking beans. Is this?
Thing is, we also got paid less back then because at the Museum and Archives here, I went with my class. They like literally said female help needed. It said like $250 like per week or something. And, like, that would not be enough now. But because inflation, they're using that more money.
Speaking of which...
And, hey, I was talking.
Hold on. It goes with your $250 deal. Because, hold on. Because you just said no one can survive off that right now.
Nobody could survive off of that. That would literally only be enough to buy, like, 4 packs of Popeye sticks from Circle K.
But the thing is, back then, $250 is a lot of money. Back then, $250 is a lot of money. But Now,
I could buy like a bunch of groceries.
You know what Vicky told me?
What?
Minimum wage went up.
Yeah, it went up again from $17.35 to $17.50 an hour.
Which I don't care who fucking listens to this.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum wage should be $15.
It should not have gone up as many times as it has.
But
it's only contributing to inflation.
And using inflation to control people's money, which is leading to the microtransactions.
And the biggest problem is inflation is increasing at much more of a rate than any wages are increasing. Or to put it in perspective, things cost about 6 times more than they used to cost in the past. Incomes and salaries have adjusted so that we're maybe making 2 times as more as we were making in the past.
Which is stupid.
So so many more things are so much more out of reach.
So this is a video.
That's why people start making things homemade now because it's genuinely cheaper. Like my mom started making bread. It's actually a bit cheaper and it's actually better.
I like breaking bread at home. It's fun.
My mom got a bread maker.
Bread makers are really useful. You can
it's really nice. Okay, my mom actually dropped it on her head.
I have another video. And
you'll be in the Foodies channel.
This video is Revelations 13, 15, 16, King John's version.
Okay, let's hear it.
All who refuse the mark will be hunted, comply, or be cast out.
Where's your mark? No mark, no food.
I won't take it. I know what it is. I'd rather starve than sell my soul. I don't want the chip.
Get away from me. Leave us alone.
This video is all AI.
Yeah. But it's the opinion of people at this point. AI is drawing it from source material.
They said it was just new tech. A little chip for safety, for speed, for freedom.
Stop, police!
We're not. Microchip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky because if that is most of the beginning of that was the genuine Bible verse that it was citing, and the fact that you need to comply if you don't have the mark, you need to get the mark in order to be compliant, and then even when you get the mark, you're still being controlled.
Yes, and it's such a scary thing to think about because when you have been grow up with your parents and your grandparents, right?
Yeah.
So your grandparents have been around for fucking ever.
Oh yeah.
You think your grandparents have been fucking alive since the dinosaurs?
Oh, my grandparents were alive through World War II, or around that time. Yeah.
So the father-in-law, he was born in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
He said that it was so much easier in the 70s, 80s, and 90s than after 2000s. It just went to dog shit.
Oh yeah, everything got crazy because governments started getting more tech and they got more influence over the people. Generally, it wasn't just the people. It wasn't a genuinely free market.
Yeah, and the one thing that fucking pisses me off is that I'm so glad people are seeing it, but a lot of people do not see what the actual agenda is.
The agenda seems more obvious. Overall control,
but people are blind.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun talking about these conspiracy theories with my wife because she thinks some of them are crock of bullshit.
Yeah.
Because that's what I love about her. I love her about her that she has her own opinion and all things, and she knows I'm fucking crazy for conspiracy theories.
Oh, and she follows our values. You should be able to talk stuff out even if you differ about it.
It was like 9/11. She extremely believes that it was a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
But for me, no, it was an inside job.
It was a terrorist attack indeed, but it was incited by inside.
But she does agree with me that there was inside job influence.
Exactly.
She doesn't believe it was a full inside job, but she believes that it was inside job influence.
And that's it. When you talk, you get more facts, you get more information, and that's how you learn. That's how you figure out your own opinion.
So the thing is, I don't fucking understand is that just like COVID-19, they're going to make things mandatory. Yes, I took the shot.
I ended up taking the first 2 shots.
I took the first 2 shots because, I can't go to fucking restaurants because I love going out.
Yeah.
I can't go to fucking movies, and I love movies. Okay.
You had to get it to work at that point, too. I had to get it for my job, at least.
It was kind of wishy-washy.
Yeah. It depended on where you were at.
So work didn't mandatory it, but work strongly recommended it.
Oh, okay.
So I was the type of guy like, you know what? Like, I want to travel. I want to go out to eat. Yes, I was a big bitch and got it.
Okay.
But I only got the 2 fucking first ones.
Oh yeah, when they started saying booster after booster after booster, like even
I
was like, fuck that.
I don't believe in boosters because it's like a fucking flu shot. Oh, you're supposed to get your flu shot every year. I haven't got a fucking flu shot since I was a fucking teenager.
Yep. Once you get the memory T cells in your body after it's fought the vaccine once, like, you're good.
And the thing is, I would truly like to believe that throughout the whole fucking COVID-19 outbreak, I did not get it once.
I don't think I think I got it before the outbreak reached Canada, and
that's the thing. There's some people that went traveling before it all outbreak. They were really sick. They're like basically having a super flu.
And all of a sudden, then like a few months later, it's it's finally reached Canada. It's like, wait, what? It
I already had this thing, and like, fuck, I'm fine. I didn't die. But the thing is, just like the digital ID with COVID, they were able to make a profit off it. Every time someone died in the hospital, since it wasn't all digitalized yet, they were able to forge the paper saying, oh, he died of COVID. Oh, this patient died of COVID. Oh, you need more research for it.
Yeah, that was a big problem with COVID. Like, a lot of patients were just being said, no, you have COVID, and they would let them die in beds. They would not try and treat them. They would not look at other symptoms. It was just, you have COVID, or they died of COVID.
A guy that I know that I work with, he's like a biker, but not like a true-on biker.
Yeah.
But he knew somebody that was in the States. He died in a motorcycle accident. Papers say died of COVID.
Which is fucking bullshit. It's just an excuse. It was an excuse for the healthcare system to shove stuff under the rug while it was getting underfunded.
Exactly. And the thing is that with the digital ID, this is more control of the government looking over your shoulder. So Big Brother is going to have more of a fucking eye on you. And it's going to be fucking stupid. You cannot... There's a video. I think I saved it, but I didn't mark it. But there's a video. It was I succeeded my meat consumption today. Oh, I can't fucking buy any more meat until next week. Oh, I can only have 2 drinks per week at the bar. Oh, you already did your consumption of alcohol.
And this is the beginning of 1984. It's how we get to the point where you have ration books. You have a very specific amount of groceries you're able to buy in a month, if you can even call it buying groceries at a certain point.
$200 doesn't even buy you anything.
Oh God, I remember buying the same amount literally fucking 5 years ago from Walmart that I would buy in a grocery trip, like, just on a regular day. Now, and it's something like $200 when it used to be $50. It's ridiculous.
$50 to $100 is a great week for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks of food.
Yeah.
Depending on how many people you have in your house.
Yeah.
So like with me having 3 kids and myself for work, like it's fucking almost $300 to $400.
It's a lot of money, and you have to get that stuff in order to feed your family, really.
And the majority of it is like, we go to Walmart, which they have fucking awesome deals, but we are considering about getting a fucking Costco membership because we get things in bulk.
And buying in bulk is ultimately cheaper because you're paying for less packaging. And at a certain point, if that's where you're going for your grocery shopping all the time, it will become worth it, right?
Yeah. It's stupid because we go, like, for the last, like, almost month, we've been having to go to fucking Walmart every week because, of course, the kids are growing. So the kids need snacks. They need actual food. They need vegetables. They need fucking fruit, which we get fruit at Foodland, which is expensive, but it's way better.
It's actually fresh for the most part. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, with the digital ID, you cannot have a family with the size that you want anymore because you can't have that because you succeeded your food rations.
And like I was saying earlier, we're being punished here in Canada even though our birth rate is declining like crazy. Like, why are we the ones being punished for trying to have a family?
And like the one thing I like about Pierre Poilievre, the conservative, I don't think he's the conservative leader anymore, but he is back in the fucking parliament.
He is a big conservative voice.
He is a big conservative voice. He's one for the people.
Yep.
That's what I think. I think he's one for the people because he sees the struggles that with the middle class, there's no middle class anymore. There's only the poor class and the rich class.
Yep.
He sees the struggles the poor class is going through now because of all this bullshit.
Oh, he grew up. He is a genuine Canadian who has done hard work his entire life.
And he legit states multiple. Yeah, my parents had both to work. for us to fucking live.
Yep.
The reason why I did my the path I did because I wanted help for Canadians.
Yep.
There was a prime minister back in the Great Depression that legit got letters on top of letters from Canadian citizens. And you know what he did? I learned this in history class.
Okay.
He sat there and wrote every single person back.
God damn.
And threw $5 into the envelope.
Which $5 in the dirty 30s, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
That
he
helps.
threw as $5 each letter to go back to that person. Because those are the people you want in power. But the thing is, with politicians, there's always something shady going on.
Yep.
But I want to believe that Pierre is a really hard guy to influence and bribe. I guarantee he has to get bribed by something super big to fucking turn.
Yeah, and every one of them is going to receive a bribe at some point. Like, they're going to receive the offer of a bribe. That's just what politics is. At this point, Poilievre does seem like he's for the people and not just for the money.
And he's legit stated in the House, we work for the people, we're here for the people, we need to do this for people.
And that's it. He takes the job as what it's supposed to be and not just some glorified give me hundreds of thousands of dollars because I need to go on vacation.
Because he legit turned around and told the Liberal government wants the people to work for them.
Yep.
He's legit stood up and actually legit for our gun control. When we talked about it, he legit stated, why is this guy in control where he has no fucking idea what the law is?
He doesn't know what the guns are. He doesn't know what classes they go in.
He is the type of guy that the Liberals do not like because he asks the right questions at the right time, and he says it in a way where he's not being snotty about it, but the Liberals know that he's being a dick.
So, like, basically to summarize it, like, our politicians are the 1%. They are the rich bastards. They don't know what they're doing. They only know they want to control people.
Yep.
And that's why these are the policies that are going through. That's why digital ID is super great, and why they'll, even though they're pilot programming it all over the place, the rich people will be the last ones to use it.
Yeah. So what I think for the ending of this episode,
we're getting there.
We're getting there. So what I think should happen is that if a politician in the parliament wants to pass this bill, before passing this bill, I want them to get this chip.
And live under the system for a minimum of 6 months.
Or do this on their phone so they get their carbon footprint tracked. And I want somebody to keep a close eye, because I guarantee they're going to try to forge it. But that means they are not allowed to take private jets. They have to take public transportation.
Yep.
Because I guarantee, you took the bus today, you can't do that anymore.
Oh, that's it. If it's going to be a carbon footprint counter, there should be no equity spread out. It should be everybody is held to the same standard, and that's it. No rich people getting special exceptions.
And the thing is, that's what happens. Rich people do rich people things because they have a lot of money to do shady shit. Majority of them, they don't do shady shit.
Well, no, the majority of them do. You just don't hear about it.
But the thing is that if they're going to pass this law, before passing it, live the life for 6 months.
Yeah.
With this law yourself before realizing anything.
Yep.
Because for one, if
you cannot be the exception when you are a problem. That's it. Yeah.
The thing is, because he's a leader of the country. Prime Minister is a leader of the country. Lead by example.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. If you cannot do it, you should not be someone who is telling people how to do it.
Exactly. So if I was in politics, if I was going to become Prime Minister, I would, because I work in the working class.
Yeah.
I know the fucking struggles. I do it. Because my buddy and I were legit talking, we should make a party. See what happens. Because my buddy did it with his cousin years ago.
Yeah.
And they called it the Rhino Party or whatever. And it actually got into the community. And they got some votes, but not enough to
actually
keep going.
Take a seat, right? Yeah.
But the thing is that if I was in Parliament, if I was the Prime Minister, if I was going to evoke a law to do this shit, I would put in place and for my congregation, I would say, okay, if we're going to put this law out, we have to do it for 6 months.
And you know what? Like, that just seems fair, because if you're putting out something that's going to influence history for the next however many years, a 6-month period should not be that much of a drain on these politicians that already have resources at the ass.
Exactly. And and the thing is, you are someone in a high class that people have to look up to because, we can't do anything because, like, we're working class, we're, like, fuck people. If someone sees that and says, that's the type, I want to vote for that guy because he's doing this without the law and he's finding out what could possibly happen if this actually works.
It's just going to be tough. It's politicians not caring about what's going to happen because they think it's just going to go their way.
Exactly, and that's the sad thing. They think that things are going to go their way, but the thing is that I'm going to say this straight. If they end up doing the digital ID shit here in Canada, I'm strictly saying fucking no.
I'm saying fucking no as well. And honestly, quite honestly, viewers, whether you're in Canada or anywhere else, if
you need to stand up.
Stand up with your fellow people. Like, this is an obvious form of control.
This is the first step of the New World Order. I'm calling those assholes out. Yep. If I die, it's because I died because I called them out.
Exactly.
And this is the thing. I've called a lot of people out in this podcast, and I don't give a fuck. I am one with the truth, even though it's not truth, but it is the truth. This is why I say I want the truth. You can't handle the truth in the fucking intro.
Yeah.
So, in other words, stand up for what you believe in. Don't say no to the digital ID, even though this is gonna be on your phone. No, it's gonna be a fucking chip.
And above all, avoid control and stay frosty.
Staring down, Moon and the cat's the biggest pussy in town.